So guys, good afternoon. How you doing? How is everything today? Good?
Good, teacher.
Okay, perfect. So guys, remember that last class we had the first task, the reading task. I just returned to you the results. Remember that two questions, question 6 and 7 from point number 1, I checked them by one. So you are going to have the result, the complete result. That means I just check all the answers, and of course I write an answer, but I didn't expect that you answer exactly what I answer. The idea is that you answer something similar or like a synonym, or but the same idea, right? So I check all of them, and you have the point 2 from 2, right? You can check that. One thing, guys, when we talk about reading and you have to answer that kind of question, the idea is don't copy and paste, because that happens too much. The idea is that you get an idea about the text, about the answer, about the question, and write your answer with your words, right? Like, for example, why they don't like the weather? That was the question. Because it's changeable, because it changed too much, because it's not predictable, things like that. But some of you just copy and paste, and in that way it's also difficult too, right? So my invitation, guys, is when you have that kind of question, try to use your words according what you understand from the text. Okay, so guys, you can check the tags, the results in the assignments part, right? And because I just returned all of them. If you have questions, you can ask me. And as you see, all the questions and the test and everything were related with the topic that we work or that we have worked during the previous classes, okay? It was clear. How do you feel with the exam? Did you check all of them?
It's
Tell
clear,
me.
teacher.
Okay, so guys, now we are going to continue, but today we are going to start like a new topic that it's related with the previous one, right? What's the idea? Today we are going to start like introducing the vocabulary, because it's a vocabulary that maybe we don't know. It's like a kind of technical, it's a different topic, and we are going to start preparing the second task, because remember that in 3 weeks, that means at the end of this month, you are going to have the oral task, right? Of course, no worry, that means 5, 6, 7, 8. On September the 28th, we are going to start with that task. So guys, no worries, because 1 week in advance, I'm going to send you the instructions, the rubric with all the things and instructions that you have to take into account for that exam. For now, we are going to start working on the topic. So my first question, guys, is can you see the image that I'm sharing with you? Yes? Okay. So I would like that one of you try to describe what can you see in the image.
Sí, eso es
Yes,
venta al
what
público,
can you
pues
see?
los puntos de venta normales.
A desert,
Sorry?
a
What?
desert,
A desert? Okay, what else? What more can you see?
Sky and yellow sky.
Blue sky and yellow sky. What else?
Birds.
Sorry?
Birds.
Birds. Okay, I think that, oh yes, birds, but only in one part, because in the second one, no. What else?
A tree.
Por
A
ahorita,
tree?
digamos que
Yes, and that tree has like some differences.
Life.
Differences.
But what could be those differences?
Have a living tree
The-
and another half is dead.
Okay, we have like
Ah.
a lived one, and the other one is like a dead one. Yes. So guys, what do you think is going to be the topic? According what you can see or what you describe, what is going to be the topic for this class that we are going
Global
to
global warming, maybe.
Hot.
Yes, the global warming. Yes, we are going to talk about global warming or climate change. So guys, the idea today is to start with this new topic. We are going to start working on the vocabulary and compare, making comparisons, different type of information related to the climate change, okay, about global warming. So what is the idea? At the very beginning, we are going to work on some vocabulary. We are going to match some pictures. We are going to discuss some vocabulary to start learning that kind of vocabulary because it's a different one. Then we are going to work on some opinions about some actions that usually people do or people usually do that can affect the environment, right? After that, we are going to do a review, sorry, of comparatives, how to compare, because the idea is that we compare, right? That we can compare the climate, the weather in the past and here in the present, and how will be in the future, make comparisons. And finally, using that kind of vocabulary that we are going to learn, we are going to do some like recommendations, okay? At the very beginning, we are going to work on the causes and effects or consequences, and according to that, we are going to give some recommendation. It's clear the activity for today, guys? Yes? No? Okay, guys, perfect. What's the first activity? You are going to go to this page. I'm going to share the link here in the chat. And you are going to identify the vocabulary, right? Like the vocabulary and the picture to start working on that vocabulary related with this topic, warm-up activity. Remember that when you finish, you can share a screenshot with your final results. Pay attention, pay especially attention, how do you write, okay? Because in some cases, we just write like a word as we listen or pronunciate. So pay attention of the spelling, because remember that that could have some problems. So pay attention. If you have question about the meaning of one of the words, you can ask me. Okay. So remember, the link is in the chat. So guys, 5 minutes. I think that in 5 minutes you can do it. Okay, Juan Pablo, excellent.
Sure.
I don't know what happened here. Okay, Evelyn, very good. Okay, Santiago, good. Okay, Lena, very good. Okay, guys, what about the others? Did you know all that vocabulary related with this topic? Yes or no?
All no, but
Okay, all of
here.
them, no. Okay, guys. Yes, the idea is that we are going to start working on that vocabulary, that you know how to talk about this topic. That is not like to talk about a simple topic like the family or things like that. It has like a specific vocabulary, and the idea is that we are going to check them. Okay, so guys, now here in the class, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to check this vocabulary, and we are going to match the words, okay? We are going to match all the words, and we are going to discuss some of them, okay? So 2 minutes, check this, try to identify which one you can check with the other one, and then we are going to share the answers, okay?
Okay.
Okay, guys, let's try to share some of them. For example, the ice in the Arctic and Antarctic. What is that one?
The ice cap.
Right.
Yes, the ice cap. That they are commonly known as the ice cap. Okay, cutting down a forest.
Deforestation.
Deforestation, right? Pay attention to this word because maybe it's a word that we are going to use too much. Deforestation, right? So it's important to remember that. Harmful chemicals in the air or the water.
Pollution.
Pollution. Yes, this is like the top word. Pollution. It's not common to use contaminate or contamination, pollute or pollution. That's the correct word to use when we talk about this topic, pollution, right? For example, if you want to talk about how people throw the garbage, you can say pollution, right? That kind of things, okay? Coal, oil, and gas. Coal, oil, and gas. What is that one?
Fossil fuels.
Fossil fuels.
The fossil fuels. Yes, very good. For example, this one is note because we will work on that in the previous vocabulary where there is no rain for a long time.
Drought.
The drought. Yes, drought. That's all. For example, the tropical forest. When we talk about the tropical forest, what is another word that we can say?
Maybe rainforest.
The rainforest. Maybe not rainforest. Yes, rainforests are known also like tropical forests. For example, here in Colombia, do we have a rainforest? Do we have here in Colombia a tropical forest or rainforest?
A lot.
A lot, yes. Here in Colombia, we have a lot of rainforest. One of the most commonly known is the Amazonia, right? What about the earth is getting hotter?
Climate change.
That is the climate change. Yes, that is the climate change. Very good. And what about, for example, tropical storms? What could be that one? The tropical storms.
Hurricanes.
The hurricanes. Very good. Yes, maybe hurricanes and tropical storms are not the same, but most of them start like tropical storm or finish like that. So that's why they are related. Okay. So guys, it's important, as I told you, try to identify this vocabulary. And as we are going to continue working on that, this one, we are going to match the words to make like a compound. When we talk about nouns, we also can talk about compound nouns that has that means that they have like two words and it's like a single meaning, right? It's not that you are going to translate one by one. No, they have like a single contest meaning, right? So we are going to identify this, and when we identify this, we are going to say all of them, okay? Remember, this kind of vocabulary is a kind of different because it's not like a exactly translation of the words. It has like a general meaning, right? So we are going to start working on that. 2 minutes. Identify them, and then we are going to share the answers, right? Let me check here. Okay, guys. Okay, very good, Marlon. Good, Mateo. Okay, guys, let's try. Melting. What is with melting?
Ice cups.
Yes, melting ice cups, right? When we talk about melting ice cup, is that we are not going to translate that, right? What could be the best translation for that, guys? When we talk about melting ice cups, what they refer to?
Water.
Yes, that is like producing water, but they have like another sense, and is when the ice in the Arctic or Antarctic, it's just
levels.
yes, it's melting. Okay, rising. Which one with rising?
Temperatures, I guess.
Sea levels. Yes.
Seed limits.
In this one, it's better rising sea levels. Okay. Okay. Rising sea levels. Okay. Carbon.
Hola,
Fossil
estoy en
fuel.
clase.
Sorry.
Sí, fossil fuels.
No. Carbon.
Emissions.
Carbon emissions. Yes. That is the correct one. Carbon emissions. Okay. When you burn something, maybe you are like doing that. Extreme.
Temperatures.
No.
Weather.
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 Very good. Extreme weather.
Temperature.
No.
What
Extreme
is
weather.
weather?
What is weather? We worked that in the previous classes. For example, when it's sunny, when it's rainy,
Ah,
that is
okay,
the
okay, okay.
okay, the climate. That's the other
Okay,
word.
okay.
So, okay, extreme weather. For example, here in Medellin, we are like extreme weather, right? In some cases, it's too sunny. In the other, it's too rainy, right?
Okay.
So that is extreme weather. Okay. Increasing
Temperaturas.
in that one, that is the correct one. Increasing temperatures, right? Yes, for example, we are like feeling that the sunny days are too hot, the rainy days in some cases are too cold. In some places, the temperature is it's complicated. Okay? And burning
Fossil fuel.
Fossil fuels.
fossil fuels. Yes, that's the correct one. Okay, very good, guys. So remember that maybe you can say teacher, but I can say extreme temperatures. Yes, it's good, but it's better to say extreme weather. That's why it's important to identify which is the best word that fits with that one, okay, that match. Because you say rising temperature, yes, could be rising this, yes, but it's better that if you use in the other side, okay, instead of say rising temperatures, in extreme temperature, you can say increasing temperatures. That's the best word to say that, okay, and it's the same meaning. When we talk about increasing temperature, is because they are rising, they are extreme, but the correct expression is rising, increasing temperature. You see? So that's why it's important to try to work on this. So guys, do you remember all the words? Write the words, please. It's important because now you are going to classify those words. What do you think are causes and what do you think are effects? The previous one. Teacher, increasing temperature, it's a cause or an effect? Teacher, extreme weather, is a cause or an effect, right? So you are going to say which is a cause and which is an effect. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. I'm going to put them again. Remember, melting ice cap, okay? Rising sea levels, extreme weather, increasing temperatures, carbon emission, and burning fossil fuels. Okay, those are the words. So try to say what are the causes and what could be the consequences or effects. It's clear.
Yes, it is.
Yes, teacher.
Perfect. Okay, guys, do you have them?
Teacher, one moment,
Yes.
please.
Okay, 1 minute
Only
more.
one. Only one.
Okay,
Thank-
okay. 1 moment, no more. No,
Only
no
one.
worries. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Guys, what happened with the presentation? My God. Mm, let's check again. I don't know what happened with the presentation, guys. Did you click on that? Mm, give me a second. I'm going to share it again, but it's not sharing. Mm, mm. Let me for a while. Okay, guys, let's continue. What are the causes of the global warming? Tell me one, please.
Carbon emissions.
Okay, very good. Carbon emission is one of them. The other one, or another one, if you have another one.
Vehicular pollution.
Yes, but remember, try to use the vocabulary that we learned in the previous activity.
Chair,
Global warming.
increasing temperature
I
in an
think that
effect melting
okay.
increasing temperature an
But
effect melting ice cap.
That's a consequence.
Yes, increasing temperatures is a consequence too, or an effect. Remember that first we are talking about the causes. According to the vocabulary that we just checked, guys.
Maybe the is carbon emission. I think
Yes,
is the only one. The cause.
yes, carbon emission and burning fossil fuels. When you burn that kind of fossils, you are producing a lot of pollution. So those are the main causes, one of the main causes in these things about causes. Now, the consequences or the effect, you say one of them, the melting ice cap. What is the other one?
Raising sea levels.
Rising sea levels, of course. We can see that.
Extreme weather.
Extreme weather. The other is increasing temperature. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, guys. Now, as we talk about the causes and consequences, we start like working on that, guys. What's the idea? I'm not going to do this in groups. We are going to do in this moment together, all of us. In the folder class materials, let me check if I can attach here. In the folder class materials, guys, you're going to find this worksheet. This worksheet contains some like ideas about climate change, right? You're going to answer according to you. When you finish this, we are going to start like comparing or expressing those opinions. For example, climate change, it's a big problem. You can say, no, I mostly agree, or I agree completely, or I disagree, or I mostly disagree. You are going to select one of the opinions and you are going to support your idea, right? You are going to say, teacher, I'm not agree, or I'm not sure, or I disagree because this, or this. List. Ready? So the idea, guys, is that you are going to read these like opinions about that, and yes, you can go to the folder class materials and you are going to find the worksheet. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to give you, because those are like 10 different sentences, statements about that. I'm going to give you, let me say, 10 minutes. You will have 10 minutes to read all of them, right? To select what is your opinion about that, that and to try to think about some supporting ideas, right? I'm going to give you 10 minutes. So read them carefully, identify vocabulary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12, okay? There are 12 statements. So you are going to read some of them, all of them, sorry, and then we are going to share some of them, okay? So guys, 10 minutes. If you have question about vocabulary or something, you can ask me. Remember, choose one of the answer that express best your opinion, and then we are going to share some of them, okay? No, Marlene, the idea is that you answer yourself and then we are going to discuss some of them and share some of the opinions, okay? Remember that you have to think about what are the reasons, okay? To support that. Give you reasons, right? Okay, guys, did you check all of them?
I did.
Okay. So I'm going to ask for some of them, and I would like that you give me your like point of view and the score that you choose, 1, 2, 3, okay? Or you can say, for example, if you agree completely or mostly disagree, okay? So let's start with this one. For example, only humans cause climate change. I would like to listen your ideas about this one, guys. Only humans cause the climate change. What do you think? Do you agree? Disagree?
Why?
5. Okay, why?
Because the humans um, generates contamination.
So you think that only humans can generate contamination, okay? Very good. Thank you so much. Another one.
I mostly agree
You mostly agree. Why?
because the animals too.
The animals too. So you say that the animals can also generate contamination or pollution, right?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Another idea. So we have one that say completely agree, the other one mostly. So any other one?
I agree completely.
Why?
Because animals have behaviors that are natural in them and they don't want to cause harm.
Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, let's check another one. Eating less meat can help to reduce the climate change.
Teacher, can you repeat, please?
The fourth, eating less meat can help to reduce the climate change.
I agree completely.
Why?
Because the industry of, I don't know how to say ganadería.
Okay, Catherly.
How?
I'm going to write in the chat. Give me a second. Okay?
Thanks.
Continue. That industry.
Bueno, that industry is responsible for a lot of contamination, of pollution.
Yes, a lot of pollution.
Yes.
Okay. Cattle. That's the word cattle, right? You can pronounce it that way. Cattle. Catterly, right? So you
Okay,
think
teacher,
that
thanks.
that industry pollutes too much. Okay. Any other idea?
Teacher,
Yes.
4. I must agree.
Okay. You mostly agree. Why?
Because deforestation for grazing destroys natural habitats.
Okay. So That is one cause, but you say that there is more causes that can help to increase the climate change. Okay, very good. Thank you so much. Okay, this one, guys. Global warming. I love this one. Global warming. It's good news for cold countries like Canada. What do you think about that?
Teacher,
Disagree
repeat,
completely.
please.
Disagree completely. Why? Global warming, it's good news for countries cold, for colder countries like Canada. So if it's a cold country, they say that global warming, it's a good idea for them. So you say disagree completely. Why?
Because increasing temperature
Because we need the
appear.
extremes cold weather to balance the weather in the around the world.
Okay, Elsa, good. So for you, it's important to have both, to have
Yes.
a cold, to have hot places. For example, imagine one thing that I love from Colombia is that you can feel different weather just by moving, so like moving around the places, right? For example, if you are in on the coast, you are going to feel like a hot weather, but if you move to the center of the city or in some other places, you are going to feel like cold weather. So it's good to know or to have that kind of things. I agree. I agree with you.
Okay.
Okay, any other idea? Okay, guys, remember that in your exam, in your oral text, you are going to talk about this kind of the things, and the idea, guys, is now working on how to support ideas, right? It's not just to say, teacher, yes, I agree, but why, right? The idea is how to support the ideas. Guys, this one is too late. It's too late to stop the climate change. It's too late to stop the climate change. What do you think with that one? For you, you agree? Disagree? No sure?
I'm not sure.
Why? So you say three, not sure. Why?
Yes, because maybe, I don't know, maybe
Okay,
it's
that
late
happens.
because we are, um, no, we have made a lot of harm.
Mm-hmm. Yes, at this moment we have made a lot of harm, but maybe it's possible to recover some of that. What about the others? What do you think? It's too late to stop that, or can we do something to recover all the things that we have or that we used to have according related with this?
I
Any other?
mostly agree too.
You mostly agree. Why, Elsa?
Um, we're not scientifics,
Scientist.
scientists to know about what exactly is going on with the weather, with the changes, climate
Yes.
changes.
Yes.
But humans are not. How can I say that? About
What?
the behavior with the environment.
Ah, okay, with the taking care of the environment
Yes,
or are not concerned about
yes,
how to take care of the environment.
yes.
Okay, they don't consume. Yes.
It's pretty difficult. More and more through the years.
Yes, and because I think that for me it's too late because different from past year, today we have like an industry that if you break something, you replace that. You don't fix, right? It's like if you break a computer, you are not going to fix the computer. You buy a new computer, and the other one you just throw to the garbage. It's something like that. So for me, that it's worried. I worry about that because I remember that I don't know, 10, 20 years ago, if you broke something, you try to fix that and try to use more than in this moment. So I agree with you. And
Okay.
finally, let's uh this one. I like this one because we know that NASA and that kind of, I don't know, places, they are looking for something like that. But what about this one? Humans should try to fly to another planet to escape disasters like the climate change. What do you think about that? That humans should like go abroad and find another planet?
They
I
found a
mostly
planet.
disagree.
Yes, maybe they find a planet. So Marilyn, you say what? Sorry?
I mostly disagree
You mostly disagree. Why?
because I think that if we did it, no, if we
Do
do it, yes, if we do it, we destroy the another
the
planet,
other planet. Yes, I
the
feel
other.
the same. Yes.
But they think about it because Mars, they
Mars?
found and they went to Mars, and maybe in the future, maybe in 5 or 100 years, it's possible to live in there.
Yes, and I know that now there are a lot of movies that they try to show how will be the future, and they say the same that they are going to land in another planet. But I completely agree with Marlene because for me, if we move, we are going to destroy the other planet. It's like, yes, we just finish this one and let's go to destroy another one. But it's a possibility. We don't know. Maybe in 100 years, as you say, Elsa, people, me no, because I'm not going to live that. But people could live in another planet. Okay, there is something similar like Wally. Have you ever seen Wally movie? It's something like that, that they move to another planet because in this one there is not like a life. Okay, good guys. Remember, the most important part, when you have an idea, try to support your idea. That's the way you are going to start a conversation. It's not just to say yes, but why, right? So guys, we are going to watch a video that like show us the consequences, the effects of all of this climate change in just in a single place, because there are a lot of places that are suffering in this moment those consequences. But we are going to watch a video. After watching the video, right, I'm going to ask you, please, answer these questions, right? We are going to answer these questions. The idea, guys, is that sorry, that you answer the question in the chat. You can share your ideas in the chat, okay? So, but first we are going to watch the video. Pay attention because they talk about something important, and it's just one of the 100 consequences that we can find with the climate change. So, pay attention, right? Can you listen?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Okay, guys, I know that maybe could be kind of difficult to understand all the video. I share the link in the chat. You can go, it's a link from YouTube, it's a video taken from YouTube. And as you can see, they just talk about one of the consequences that people could face regarding to climate change, right? So what is the idea, guys? After watching the video, you are going to think about those questions, okay? Think about the place where you live. That means here, Medellin. Okay, you can talk about how the climate change have affect this place, right? You are going to think about how will be okay, the place, how could be affect in 10, 20, 50 years from now. What do you think? What do you do to help the environment? What are the actions that you can do to help the environment? And how do you feel when that you hear people say that this is not real, that this is just an invasion or something to manipulate people? So what do you think about that? You agree, disagree? Maybe you are one of the person that say, no, teacher, for me that is not true, and give your ideas. Remember that the idea here is to support. Doesn't matter if you agree or not, it's to support the ideas. We are going to work on how to support ideas, right? So you're going to write some of them, some thoughts that you have. If you want to write in a notebook, you can do it here at home. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. And guys, then you can take a picture and share, or you can write the answers. You can only share one of the answers. The idea is that we are going to share some of them. If you want to watch the video again to have a better idea, remember that the link is in the chat, okay? It's clear, guys.
Yes, teacher.
So go ahead. 5 minutes. I think that with 5 minutes is just enough. Very good, Elsa. Excellent.
Okay.
Okay, lady, very good. Okay, very good, Joanna. Okay, very good, Juan Pablo. So the climate is changing or has changed, okay?
Okay, changing.
Yes, changing with ing if you are going to use is, or you can use has changed, and the other in the past, okay?
Right, teacher.
Okay. Ah, okay, Lina. Goes out. Yes, that happens too much. The electricity, everything. So most of you, because I can read what I can read, you think that here in Medellin we have like an extreme weather now. It's like becoming to that because in the past we have like a good season, but now it's so extreme, or it's too rainy or it's too sunny, but there is not like a middle. Yes, that happened too much right now. Yes, very good. Okay, Linda, is a good one. We don't have so many natural resources like in the past. Now it's kind of complicated. Yes, you're right. Oh my God. Yes. There is no longer the city of eternal spring. That's true. That was one of the the biggest nickname that the city has or used to have, because now I don't know. I'm not pretty sure that we are in the same situation like at the eternal spring. It's not like that. Okay, Merlin, very good. I concerned about that for real, because we are in a good position in this moment. In the place that we live, it's a good place, but I don't know what could happen in 10 years. Mission, okay. Very good, Jenny. The climate change affects my life because it made me angry. Okay, Mateo. So you get so angry because you wet? Do you have a motorcycle or something like that? Mateo?
Yes, a
Oh,
motorcycle.
yes. That happens if you have a motorcycle with this climate. For example, today was a good day at 1, yes, midday 1, start raining too much, and then again a good afternoon. We were like, oh my God, what happened? Yes, that happens so much. If you had a motorcycle, you could have that problem. Yes. Yes, that affect our health. That's true, Manuela. Very good. I love your ideas, guys, about this. Remember that it's important. It doesn't matter what you think about that, if you agree or not. The most important is that you express your ideas. Use your English to express your ideas. Okay, guys, very good. Now, let's continue. I, I, I just finished, read all of them. Let's continue with this one. Can you make comparison between the two images? Please give me comparisons. You can write in the chat or you can say in the conversation. So, what can you compare there? Please give me some comparisons. You can say, for example, like, I don't know, like,
Summer and desert.
okay, we can say summer and desert, but try to make a comparison. Okay?
Clean
The right side
environment.
is more beautiful
Environment.
than the left side.
Okay, this one is a good one. The right side, but the right side is this one. So
Okay.
the
The
left,
left side.
the left side, yes, I have
More
that problem
beautiful.
too. That's why I use my hands. The left side, it's more beautiful than the right side.
Right
Okay,
side.
very good. Another one.
The first image, I can see clean environment.
So you can say that in the left side, the environment it's
clean.
cleaner. Yes, in
Cleaner.
cleaner than. Yes, that's the structure that we are going to check. No worries. So for you, one it's cleaner or more clean. I don't know. We are going to check that than the other. So in one it's clean and the other no. That's why, guys, the idea is to learn or to check, to review how to say that, that kind of expression without say, like for example, one in one side it's clear and in the other side is not clear. There is an structure in which you can say a complete sentence to say that one side it's clearer or looks clearer than the other one, right? So another one.
The left side, it's beautiful, it's clean. The right
Yes,
side, it's contaminated. It's there is a pollution, maybe
yes.
garbage.
Garbage,
And the
yes.
left side, there's not garbage.
There is not garbage. Okay.
Uh,
Okay, guys, yes. So, what is my idea? We are going to review how to say that. For example, Marilyn says something pretty good. The left side, it's more beautiful than the right side. As you say, in one, it's you can see beautiful than the other. Okay, we are going to check then has building and the left side has nature. Okay, you can also say, for example, the left side is more natural than the right side. And guys, that's the thing that we are going to check in this moment. We are going to remember it's greener than the right side. Okay, yes, that's true, Juan Esteban. We are going to review, maybe you know, but we are going to check again how to make comparisons, okay? Remember that when we talk about comparatives, it's because we are going to compare two objects, two people, two places, right? We are going to compare two things, right? And we are going to show the difference between them, okay? There are different ways to do the comparatives, but of course we are going to focus on this one. Short adjectives and long adjectives. Teacher, why adjectives? Of course, because when we make comparatives, when we make comparison, when we compare something, we use adjectives, right? So, beautiful, it's an adjective. The one side, it's beautiful and the other no. That is a comparison, but what about the structure, okay? Dirty. One side is dirty and the other one is not dirty. So, we are going to check that. Guys, remember that when we have short adjectives, for example, dirty is a short adjective, we use to add at the end an ed. Okay, we are going to say dirtier, right? For example, the right side is dirtier than the left side. The right side is more polluted than the left side. The right side has more pollution than the left side. So this one with short, we have short and long. Remember, dirty, dirtier, right? Sorry, dirtier. We can have also like bigger, right? But if the adjective is long, we use more beautiful, more pollute, more expensive, more modern, right? That's why you say one side it's more beautiful than the other side, right? Remember that. One it's more polluted, the other side it's more beautiful, and this one is dirtier, right? For example, Lena, very good. The left side is prettier than the right side. Yes, very good. That is a comparison. Instead of say one side is beautiful and the other one is ugly. No, you are going to say one side it's more beautiful, one side it's prettier, or one side it's uglier than the other one. Okay, remember that structure. And simple, guys. We need to practice this. Okay, there are some adjectives that maybe we can take into account because there are some exceptions. You don't say gooder or badder. You say better, for example, or worst. And with some of them, you can use both, like the short and like the long. For example, quiet. You can say quieter or you can say more quiet. More quieter, no, more quiet. You can say, for example, one side it's quieter than the other one, okay? Because it's naturally, they have it's pretty, right? And one side it's narrower or more narrow. Both are correct, but this is about practice, so we are going to practice. What are you going to do, guys? You're going to read a test in which you are going to identify the descriptions of some places, right? And they talk about the weather and the pollution if they have, right? So read the text and answer the question. That's the idea. It's clear. Any question that you may have, of course, you can ask me.
Right, teacher.
Okay, so go ahead and read. And no worries, guys, because we will have like 5 minutes more, so try to do it in 5 minutes. And this final activity we are going to do next class. No worries, because next class we are going to continue with this topic. So focus on this, how to make comparison, because next class you are going to use that. We are going to compare how was the weather, how was the climate in the past years and now, and how are they changing and how that affects us, right? You can say that in the part one it was heavier or no heavier, something like that, but we are going to work on that. It's important that you please remember how to make comparisons. That's the most important part at the end of the class. So the last activity, we can do it maybe next class. No worries, we are going to continue with that. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thanks to you. Okay, guys, how you doing? Good? Difficult? Easy? Hello, hello. No?
So.
So. No worries, guys. So, pay attention. Next class. Tell me, Elsa, what happened?
What's pretty difficult.
Pretty difficult. Okay. It's a simple structure, but we need to practice more. No worries. So, guys, next class, we are going to continue working on how to make comparisons, right? It's important to remember that you can compare. And we are going to continue, of course, talking about the climate change, the causes, the consequences, and we are going to give some recommendations, so no worries. Next class, we are going to continue working on that. If you need to read the text again and again and try to identify the structure, do it. Remember that you also have the presentation and question that you may have. Of course, you can ask me. So guys, see you next class. We are going to continue working on this topic, on the vocabulary, and no worries, this is about practice, okay? Any question? You can ask me, and thank you so much for attending class today, okay?
Thank you, teacher.
Bye bye, guys.